We ready? It's your girl Shantae C, checking in with another tea and things. And of course, we were having technical difficulties as normal. And but we back in the building. I'm dealing with my homegirl.
Nia, what's up? It's another Wednesday. We're here back in the building. We're going to get into some tea and some serious things.
Yeah.
We're going to start out. We're going to shout out our sponsor, Lucky Coin. If you have a small business you want to grow, hit us up and we'll tell you
How to
make
do
it happen.
Look, we are all discombobulated. So, yeah, you can hit us up at Tea and Things if you want to know a little bit more about how to grow your business or you need to make a little bit of extra moolah. But you do have to have a business. Storefront. All right. So, what's going on in celebrity news?
All right. Well, okay. So, I'm happy about this for sure. I don't know that you're going to be all happy, Shantae. But guess who's returning to the ATL after he has not been here performing for 8 years?
Who?
Cat Williams. He has a show.
I mean, Cat's okay. I don't have no issues with Cat.
Okay, good. So all of y'all that missed it, the tour, he will be in Atlanta on March 1st. He has not performed
March next year,
2025.
Oh, okay. I'm like March.
Yeah, March. We gotta wait. We gotta wait our turn.
I think he'll be funny. I mean, I saw his stand-up show not too long ago.
Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
I thought it was funny, but I guess I didn't realize how many F-bombs he throws around. So, I mean, I could have probably figured, but it just seemed like a lot. But, I'm down with it. My husband loves comedy. So, if, that's something that he wants to go see, we'll definitely be in the building.
Okay, for sure. So, the last time he performed in Seaform Arena, it was Phillips Arena.
Was that the debacle with Wanda Smith?
He had the debacle. He's been going from the A. Remember, y'all, he had the fight with the kid.
The fight with the kid? Wait a minute. I mean, he ain't but this.
That wasn't in Atlanta, but it was in Georgia. He had the fight with the kid. He had the Wanda thing. So he's been gone for a minute.
Well,
But he'll be back in the building March 1st. I saw his tour.
Okay. You saw the special, or you saw him in like live?
In person live. I saw him live. A few months back, I went to Birmingham, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, he was in Birmingham. Oh, okay. So he's scared to come back to the A. Okay, I got it. He's scared to come back to the A. I got you.
He's the man to be back in the A.
We're not gonna play no games with you. We ain't gonna play.
But anyway, I'm excited, and his show was so good, I may have to pull up.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's good news, and congrats to Cat.
Okay.
He is going back on tour. So.
Listen, I ain't mad at it. They got to make money some kind of way. I haven't seen him in any movies lately, so I do enjoy him in movies. I think he's super funny. I think he definitely, steals the show. So, I'm waiting for my next Cat Williams movie.
And I will tell you guys, Cat in his live, I mean, you get a show. He employs a lot of people. So I really respect that about him. Like, he put it on. And Monique just might pop up. She was at my show.
Yeah, I do like me some Monique. I think she's super funny.
Oh, yeah. Moving on. So I'm very disappointed by this news. So a lawsuit was filed on Monday on Chris Brown, $50 million.
No.
Apparently, some kind of altercation went down backstage in Texas. And his entourage or whatever, but apparently some people were beat very brutal.
But I guess.
So, I don't know. It's still unfolding. I don't see it in Chris. I don't know what went down. See, we don't know what went down backstage.
First of all, I see it in Chris. Because, he had a whole conversation about what he was going to do to Offset. Was it Offset? No.
No, I don't think so.
No. He had a beef with a rapper just recently. Somebody got to tell us in the chat. He had a beef with a rapper. He put like a whole song out about it.
Yeah, but now he was in a battle.
No, he wasn't in no battle. He said, I'll slap you, I'll do this, I'll do that, I'll take you to town, I'll drag you across the street. My rap is better than you just got bodied by an R&B dude. So, you know.
He was in a battle.
You know. I heard he might be in a little gang.
Rumor has had it.
So
y'all know I love me some Chris. Okay.
I do too.
And so, you know, I'm going to stand up for him.
Quavo. See, your sister knew Quavo.
Okay, look.
I'm like, she was battling with one of them dudes. Well, it wasn't Offset because he ain't alive. Okay. My bad.
No, he is alive.
Which one ain't alive?
Takeoff, girl.
Oh, jeez. I'm sorry, Offset. All right, so anyway.
Okay.
The Crips. See, my girl know. And big shout out because your birthday coming up, girl. Leo's in the house. Yes, it's Leo season.
Leo season. Get that lion out.
Leo season.
I ain't messing with y'all. Okay, but anyway, that's unfortunate. Of course, the suit is for $50 million. Because you go big or go home, right?
Right. And somebody
go big or don't do it at all.
And ain't nobody coming out with
and
no money.
It's for people that's in this suit. So as this
all four of them got beat up.
Well, according to them, brutally beat up.
Look, you just shame.
But anyway,
take your ass whooping like a man and move along.
and you know that's the thing too. I find that people will antagonize and push a celebrity because they want that $50 million.
Listen, because I swear to God. So this is the thing. When I become a huge celebrity, if you slap me, oh, you getting slapped back. I'm sorry.
and you just gonna write the check.
No, I ain't writing no check. I'm gonna be like, roll the camera back. Judge, am I supposed to just let them slap me? I'm suing them.
Okay.
For assault. How much you worth? I'm suing you for that. Anyway. Yeah, just because you in a gang or affiliated with one doesn't mean you that type of person. Look at Kendrick Lamar, Ty Dolla $ign. It was Chris Brown and the local Texas rapper. They also suing Live Nation.
They are.
Listen. Our tea and fingers, they are holding us down tonight, okay? They know the facts.
Y'all got the facts.
Y'all know the facts.
Y'all done unfolded the story before I can. And then, so that sucks for Chris. I hate that he's in any type of trouble.
Well.
Because, you know, it was trouble that's kind of held him back. Because, you know, they say he's supposed to be our MJ, Michael Jackson. But his past behavior held him back. Chris, I love you, bro. And I'm standing up for you to the end. Need a character witness? I got you.
I like that. Well, he needs an eyewitness.
Well, I think he got a good character, man.
He needs an eyewitness, okay?
But anyway, moving on. So, the girls are not happy with Spotify. None of them. No rapper girls.
Okay.
So, Spotify put out their hot summer 2024 list of best hip hop. And no female made the list. But apparently they say females are running this thing right now. Now, what's concerning is Ice Spice been promoting and just dropped her album. Didn't make the list. Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla just came off Hot Girl Summer Tour.
First of all, Glorilla, that's my girl. Give Glow.
They came off their Hot Girl Summer Tour. No list.
Well.
Cardi B's been pumping up everything.
No list.
No list. And the girls are not happy happy about it. They've been working their tails off. And the internet, it's mixed, of course, but they got people standing up for the girls. Like, who made
the list?
How not one female rapper?
So who is on the list?
What about Get It Sexy?
Get It Sexy. Get It Sexy.
She's not on the list.
I don't know.
So, Spotify, from what I gathered, they use a board.
Okay.
And
look, okay.
Me and Shantae not in the board, ladies. We support y'all. We work out to y'all.
Right.
We gonna walk into y'all. So we love the ladies.
Exactly.
The ladies of hip hop. We love you.
We love y'all.
But y'all didn't make the list. I'm kind of agreeing with the internet. Some people are pretty upset about it.
Well, that's just how the cookie crumbles. All right. So we ready to get in?
Oh, Robin says Sexy Red don't need to be in the list. She didn't make it, honey. She didn't make it.
Listen, if Cardi didn't make it, she sure didn't make it.
And Nikki, what about Nikki?
Yeah, well,
we want to know who made this list and who's on the board, and why we not on it.
Well,
to rep our ladies.
Well,
all right, Shantae gonna bring us into our topic of the night.
All right, guys. So I heard from a little birdie that sent us in a message. And they wanted to discuss tonight their man never thinks that they do anything right. So the question is, ladies, how do you deal with a man, your mate, your husband, your boyfriend, your whoever you're dating or whoever you're committed to? How do you deal with somebody who has so much criticism about every single thing that you're doing? How you walk, how you talk, how you were chewing your gum today, how you folded the clothes, how you driving down the street, how you exercise.
Just criticize everything you do.
Like literally every single thing you do. How do you deal with that? And have you ever dealt with that?
So I would say yes. I have definitely dealt with that. And it sucks because when you know that you're not doing, and well, it just sucks when a person is criticizing you completely. Now, I'm going to tell you, I have read, and y'all don't quote me. Men don't be getting mad at me, okay?
Right, don't
kill the messenger. But I've read, and they had a big thing online that sometimes when your mate, a man, is jealous of you as a woman, he will criticize everything you do. And I did a lot of research on it, and I believe it. I believe it.
So you feel like if they're jealous of like your earning potential or your stature in the community or
your status or
the things that you have and the things that you're able to do with no assistance.
Right. And it could just be that you're just really, really smart.
And so then all of a sudden it's like, oh, well,
I'm going to tear her down in every way I can.
But do you think that it's something that they're intentionally doing? Or do you think it's like subconsciously happening?
I mean, I don't think it's cool, period, for someone to just always put you down. Like, I don't do anything right. I don't make the coffee right. I don't make the tea right. What do I do right? In your eyes?
Right. Robin says she's dealt with that in to a certain degree at one point. She feels like it's, close to verbal abuse, and no one deserves that.
I agree with you, Robin. It's not intentional. Well, Zuri says yes, intentionally. Yes, because when a person just it's almost like picking on you. Like when a person just put you down for everything you do. And I have dealt with that before in a relationship. And I do believe, I mean, because, you know, I know
You a bad bitch.
I'm a bad bitch. Shantae said it. I was trying to be nice about it. I was gonna say, I know I'm smart. I know I earn.
You know you a bad bitch, girl.
Yeah, I know I'm good. I know my shit's together. So for you to constantly put me down on stupid shit, like you gotta have an issue either with yourself or whatever. But I've definitely dealt with it. I don't deal with it now, y'all. I have a good man now, but okay.
So what? So well, let me just say this. So you know, I had taken this personality assessment, right, a couple of months ago, and it was like an exercise that we were doing at work, and so like all of the team members like took this assessment, and what I found to be true, you know, because it's like a personality assessment. So it talks about like your stressors, like what motivates you, what like sets you off, like all of these different things. And so one thing that I did learn about a lot of my team members, because I used to think that too, like, and this is just in like a different context, but I used to think, oh, she's picking on me. Oh, she never thinks I do anything right. Oh, she feels this way. Oh, she feels that way. Like I always used to feel that way about, you know, a particular person on my team. And what I came to realize after this personality assessment is it really didn't have anything to do with me at all.
Okay. But I think that at work, that's a different scenario because for me at work, you know, I mean, I run my department, you know, so I constantly give not criticism, I give compliments as well as criticism, whatever. And, you know, my team might do it back to me, but it's different at work because it's at work. And yeah, maybe you're telling me I did something wrong to do something right, whatever. And it doesn't matter as much. But when it's your spouse and they're putting you down for every single thing, that's another category and another topic. But because you want your spouse, I mean, like, do I do anything right? You know what I mean?
My thing is sometimes it ain't, I feel like people lash out and it's 90% not even about you at all. Even though we're making it about ourselves because what we feel is the end result. But what they're dealing with, like the conflict on the inside of them, may not really have anything to do with you per se, but you're just the one that's receiving the bad.
And that's not okay.
Well, I didn't say it was.
It's not okay.
I didn't say it was.
It's not okay because you're feeling like shit. You're telling me I made the coffee wrong and the eggs wrong and fuck, you don't like nothing.
Right.
Yeah, like that's your issue and go figure it out on how you're gonna deal with it.
Yeah. So the question is like how do you deal with that though? You know,
it's hard. It's like, really hard.
Like, do you give them a pass knowing that they may be going through something?
No.
Do you call them out on their shit? And how often do you call them out?
I mean, I agree with Zuri mentioned it's verbal abuse. It is. I agree. Like,
so do you verbally abuse them back?
No, I mean,
do you leave? Like, what do you do?
So I definitely would address it, explain how I feel, how you're making me feel. And for me, if it's not something we can't work on, I'm not going to stay in a physical or verbally abusive relationship, period. I'm not doing it. Because I don't have to.
So I think for me, I might try to see first if it resolves itself over time. Now, how much time I'm willing to put towards that, I think it would be dependent on like what was how deep the relationship was and how much time I've spent in it. So I think I would first try to see before I begin to lash back, because one thing I do know about myself is once I go there, there really ain't no coming back.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to try to see, okay, I'm going to try to give you clues that what you're doing to me is not right. Like, hey, that's enough. Like, you're doing too much.
Right.
You know, I might not say it's making me feel this way or it's making me feel that way, but I will probably say, hey, that's too much. You need to calm down.
Yeah.
And so I would see if, you know, me doing that will help that situation kind of go away. But if it doesn't, then the next step is for me to try to verbally express how I feel, because it takes me a lot. Like, if I'm really, really pissed off, I'm not really going to be able to talk to you about it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's going to be too far gone. I'm going to have to calm myself down. And then if that still doesn't work, then, you know, I got to jump off the deep end, and you just going you're going to feel the wrath.
Yeah.
And then you're going to be gone.
I feel like it's definitely not okay, especially from a spouse, because if a person can't see anything you doing that's right, I agree. They obviously have something wrong with them. But why should I be torn down because you have an issue? Like, there's medical professionals, there's all kind of people you could go talk to work out your issues, you know.
And I agree
If
with
you're
that.
bruised in the inside, you go to a doctor just as you were bruised on the outside.
And I agree with that, but I don't, again, it would depend on like the level of the relationship. You know, if we just started dating, no, you're not going to get this side of me. But if it's something that is worth me fighting for, I may not be so willing to just walk away. I mean, we all go through ups and downs, and one thing that I don't want to ever feel is that I can't authentically be me, um in fear that my mate will leave me because I'm being this way for this amount of time. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
So
Yeah,
I think it just depends on like where we are in our relationship, like how deep is the relationship. You know, if we're just a couple of months in, then you know what, I might not be willing to deal with that. But if we're 15 years in and this is not like normal behavior, yeah,
well, yeah,
I'm not gonna walk away.
see what's going on, try to work through it for sure.
Yeah,
But I don't think nobody deserves to be put down every second of your life and everything you do.
Oh, no.
That's not a good feeling.
No.
Lulu says,
yeah, that must mean it ain't the right person. If someone feels like they can't do anything right, I mean, dang.
Yeah, I'm with you, Lulu. Like, yeah, I can't make the damn coffee right. I can't, I mean, fuck. I can't cook an egg. I can't hang a picture. I can't do anything right. You don't like nothing I do.
I can't even walk
if
right.
If a person don't like nothing you do, they probably don't like you.
I
mean, I might be going extreme,
yeah,
but I believe that article I read, y'all, about that a man could be very jealous of his woman, and they said it. They said, and this was from like a doctor, and she said it, that these are some signs, and they can be very jealous of you, and they will put everything you do down. Everything you do.
Well, on the flip side, what if they just don't compliment you? So they don't boost you up, they don't build you up, they don't make you feel special. It's just like whatever. Like if you have a great accomplishment, they just like, okay. They don't.
I think that's shitty too, but
I mean,
is that
the same thing?
Just putting you down.
Is that the same thing as like being critical? Like, I guess it's not being critical at all. It's like you don't even care.
I mean, I just feel like,
I mean, because to me, that's how jealousy occurs. Like when you won't celebrate my wins. That's how I know you're jealous.
Well,
I mean, because you could just be in a bad mood and just be on one that day. But when something physically goes right for me and you act like that means nothing, like if I accomplish something that I was going after, like when you don't celebrate my wins, that's how I know you jealous.
right. But I mean, yeah, especially in a relationship,
Yeah.
it somebody should celebrate your wins. Somebody shouldn't always have something
And I shouldn't have to tell
shitty to
you.
say.
I shouldn't have to tell you to do it either.
Right.
Like it shouldn't be like, oh, I passed my test. Aren't you happy for me? I shouldn't even have to say that. You should be like, yeah, you did that shit, baby.
I agree with that too.
Or however you communicate.
I mean, yeah, like I think for sure in a relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, married, engaged, whatever it is,
right?
That everybody should build each other up.
Yeah, celebrate those wins.
Each other down, because that ain't good.
And that's not to say that you can't have a bad day. Like that's not what we're saying. What we're saying is the constant, downgrading of what you are and how you conduct yourself as a person.
Yeah. Like and Lulu said, that is a sign of jealousy when people don't celebrate your wins. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I know people like that, but it's not my spouse. So we talking about spouses. I know people like that. That's like, oh, I'm like, okay.
You like, girl, I just had the sales month of my life. They be like, oh, okay, girl.
Yeah.
It's like, no, like I want to be happy with you. Like, damn, girl, yeah. You know what I mean? You want that, and not, ladies, we're not saying that, your man can't have a bad day. We're not saying you can't have a bad day.
But
we're not saying
constant.
Right. We're not saying that, things can't get catty from time to time because that's life. Okay. Nobody is happy all the time. But what we're saying is that this shouldn't be constant. And if it is constant, you got to look at it. Yeah, you got to examine it. You got to say, hey, take your steps. Whatever steps might feel comfortable to you. For me, I'm not going to, just arbitrarily start saying, okay, you're making me feel this way, you're making me feel that way. But I will say, hey, that's too much. That's too much for me. You need to stop. And then if you don't get that, then I'll probably express how I feel. Then if you still don't get that, then I'm going off the deep end. And then there ain't no returning.
And everybody deal with it differently.
Right.
I'm deucing because I'm not dealing with nobody. I work too hard on myself, on everything. So I'm not dealing with nobody putting me down constantly. That ain't happening. But anyway, we're going to go ahead and get into our 5-minute / 2-minute tip of the night. And I got one. So we are having storms every other day. Crazy storms, right?
Right.
So I would advise, because something happened really bad to someone I know, they bought their house, I don't know, 5 years ago, put insurance on it, and their house was demolished through the storm by a tree unexpectedly, but the insurance wasn't right.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
What you mean?
Because sometimes we have to recheck our insurance. We bought a house 5-10 years ago. You've been with the same company forever. You haven't rechecked things on adding more value. You've added more value over 10 years to the inside of your house. You have to add that value with your insurance because you value your things in your home. So that's one of the things. So I would say just, we have things. I know for me, my insurance, I pay it every year. I pay it every year. And, it was a wake-up call for me because I've been in my house. I built my house. I've been in it 3 years now. I've accumulated a lot of things and artwork that's valuable and things like that, but I haven't added more value.
So what she's saying,
on
guys,
my insurance
is if you have a house and you own one, check the dwelling on your insurance policy and make sure that it's enough to cover all the items on the inside of your home.
And make sure everything on the outside is good too.
Hmm. Yep, because dwelling is going to talk about how much does it cost to rebuild and replace the things that was inside of your house and outside. So typically for like a home that's going to be, you know, $500,000-600,000, you're going to want to make sure that you can replace the actual building, the actual standing structure, and then the things on the inside. So you don't want to
Right.
rebuild the house and you have no furniture.
And I've talked to people that didn't realize that they had to even insure things on the inside of their home. They just thought they had one big huge policy,
Well, I
and
mean,
that only
typically it
covers the
does
outside.
cover it does cover what's on the inside, but you just have to make sure that the policy is enough, is worth enough. But anyway, we're over our time. We could get into this and go deep in, but we love y'all. Thank you again. You want to hit us up if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, and you want to have a burning topic for us, hit us up at tnthangz, THANGZ, at gmail.com. Hey, listen, the topics are flowing in, so, we always got something to talk about.
Hit us up. We'll see you next Wednesday, same time, same